Today, we are going over one of the latest cars to receive an engine swap in Gran Turismo 7, and it is no other than the Japanese muscle car in Gran Turismo 7. Now, this vehicle comes standard with a massive V8 engine that produces 469 brake horsepower, but its biggest issue is the fact that it weighs as much as a brick house. Consider the fact that it comes here at weights of 1,700 and some change, like almost 1,800 kgs, which is not lightweight. So, when you actually get to experience it, you often forget about the weight when you're on the straightaway, because once you put your foot down, the vehicle moves. There's no lacking in acceleration, speed, or anything like that. The vehicle gets down. It will get you going. So, the Lexus RCF, this is why I call it the Japanese muscle car. Big V8 in the front, rear wheel drive. It has a lot of weight, but unlike a usual muscle car, it can actually turn. So, yeah, does it sound incredible? Now we see with this Lexus in Gran Turismo 7 standard, it's not bad at all. It's actually quite fun to drive the vehicle and experience it, and the downshifts are incredible. But honestly, there is a lot more lift on the table with this vehicle, especially when you go to fully upgraded, because when you fully upgraded, it becomes a completely different beast. But we see that this vehicle actually already has an engine swap. Now, this is actually my fully upgraded Lexus RCF, which already has an engine swap in it, but it's not really a practical one or a realistic one in my opinion, because this Lexus RCF actually has the engine swap from the Bugatti Chiron. So what that means is this vehicle produces over 1,800 horsepower, comes in at weights of 1,400 kg. So yes, it has a better power to weight ratio than a Koenigsegg 1:1. So let's see what it actually feels like. So foot down and still spinning in, look at that, almost 300 kilometers per hour just down Kyoto driving park straightaway, which is not that long of a straightaway. Now we see when you put your foot down, the vehicle's rear wheels light up quite a bit. I mean, it's gonna light up with almost 2,000 horsepower. It's definitely gonna light up, and this is a vehicle you really need to know what you're doing with when it comes to driving, because on controller, unbelievable, it's easy. On the wheel, however, because I'm still getting used to the wheel, I'm actually scared to really push this vehicle, because once a car hits boost, oh my word, it just takes off. The wave of power that hits you is so aggressive, and it really just, it's something else. I'm really not doing it a justice right now, but yeah, where's the controller? Where's the controller? Even on controller, sometimes it's hard to catch the slide, but yeah. Look at that. The car just spins. It struggles to put the power down, but oh my word, is it fast. Once you get it going, once it gets traction, this vehicle is an absolute ripper. Oh my word. Like, just spinning third, fourth, fifth, traction. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. 300, 310, 320, 330. I could have gone faster if I shift up into 7, but you know there was a corner coming. So this vehicle is extremely fast. It's extremely adrenaline pumping. It's gonna leave you on the edge of your seat because you need to be fully aware, fully immersed in what the vehicle is doing. Otherwise, best believe you will end up in a barrier. So yeah, this is a very aggressive engine swap, but somehow I feel like I'm actually gonna enjoy this month's engine swap a lot more than this. Now the reason I say that, because if we head on over to GT Auto and we come on over to car maintenance and services, we see we actually have the second engine swap, which is the 2JZ out of the Mark IV Supra. So this engine should produce a lot less power than the Bugatti Chiron engine, and usually less power not as good, but in this case I think it's actually gonna work out better, because with the 2JZ it's not gonna be as aggressive and you're actually gonna enjoy the swap a lot more compared to just wheel spinning every single gear and not knowing if you brake soon enough that you're not gonna end up in a barrier. So the 2JZ, it will cost you 210,000 credits, which is a lot cheaper compared to the 1.6 million credits of the Chiron swap. So what we're going to do now is just spend this money and then take it on over to the tuning shop. Okay, so starting off now with the 2JZ swap in, we have 325 brake horsepower, 1792 kgs. So we're still extremely heavy and we do not have that much power. So you can see now we do have ultimate parts available for this vehicle, and your big boy is this ultra high RPM turbocharger, because once we put this on, the power shoots up to 574 brake horsepower. So look, that is a decent amount of power. Then we still have the other supporting mods that still need to be added to the vehicle, because you gotta remember this was a completely stock Lexus RCF, so it has no other parts purchased for it. So yeah, got on that anti-lag system, the good stuff. So we see already we are up to 735 brake horsepower. Once we throw this exhaust in, step on some brake pads because we need to stop. Manifold up to 750 currently. So the power is, as I said, not gonna be up there with 1800 horsepower, but we should see near 900 horsepower. So let me not do that. We have the best turbocharger we can fit, and we see now fully upgraded the vehicle produces 883 brake horsepower. So look, that's a very solid figure and should be quite fun. Now for the best part, which has to be the weight reduction. This is what's really gonna save us in the corners. And we see with stage 3 weight reduction, we are down to 1237 kgs. So the vehicle is considerably more lightweight and produces a solid amount of power. So we have type A, type B. Honestly, prefer type A. We got 2 side skirts. Type B is a better option. Then we have little extended bit, and then we have a rear diffuser. Then for wings, we see we do have decent options and your obviously custom wings. So look, customization for this vehicle, not too shabby at all. No front wheel customization. Immediately, the vehicle does not accelerate as hard as the Bugatti Chiron swap for obvious reasons, but I can already tell you now, this is not really gonna be a slow vehicle. The vehicle still has a decent amount of power, but the best thing about it, it's not lighting up its wheels every chance it has. The vehicle feels so much more stable, controllable, predictable, and I think that's the best thing about it, because yes, you may spin out here and there if you don't have a high skill level, but if you've been playing the game for a long time, you'll be able to quickly pick up, okay, this is what this engine swap is actually capable of. I see that on the wheel I'm unable to catch slides yet, so that's why, you know, I'm not really doing the best, but once I get on controller, it's gonna be a completely different. It's gonna be a completely different story. So switching, let's see now. On wheel, it's still not that difficult to drive. It's not the hardest thing to drive. It's just it's driver error. It's my skill issue. So, but understeery, but I think that's thanks to the setup that I have in the vehicle. See, off the power, let the vehicle turn. On the power, and it grips up, and I think that's the biggest difference compared to the other engine swap. Coming out of a corner, getting on the power, it's just wheel spin and you fight until you get traction. Whereas with this, you just come out of the corner, put your foot flat, and you are going, you are moving. Look, is this engine swap as exciting as the Chiron swap? No. Is this a better driving swap in my opinion? Yes, that is exactly what it is. The Chiron swap is almost too much power for the Lexus RCF to handle, so with us getting the 2JZ, this hits the right spot. This is the perfect spot for this vehicle because there's more power than what a standard engine is capable of, and it's still just extremely nice to drive. Obviously, it's not going to be as fast as the Chiron swap, but this isn't for top speed or crazy lap times. This is just for sheer driving pleasure, for a more realistic swap that people are looking for. For people that want to do drifting, this is a great engine swap for that. It's really just such a nice engine swap. It's easy to drive, and look at that, it ran a 1 minute 33 second lap, which is competitive. I'll always say anything faster than a 1 minute 35 around the circuit is a competitive lap time. So the fact that it ran a 1 minute 33 is outright impressive. It's a good sign, and look, this vehicle will be able to compete with some of the best cars in Gran Turismo 7. And I mean, that's what you'd expect though from an engine swap vehicle. So I love to see that, you know, we are able to actually set consistent lap times, because with the Chiron swap, it's not really the most consistent engine, whereas with this, once again, it's so predictable, it's super easy to understand what's happening, and you can just enjoy it more. It takes the pressure off your back of being like, okay, what's the car doing? What am I doing? Do I need to turn now? Do I need to start braking now? Do I need to get off the power now? This is just like, yo, just go, just drive it, just enjoy it. That's the feeling you get from this 2JZ swap. We see I'm actually going so much faster compared to my previous lap time right now. On the power, got a little bit sideways here. So we see now the vehicle to a lap time of a 1 minute 31. It's not a slow car whatsoever. It has really good performance, and I mean, that's what you expect from an engine swap. We see if I nailed every single section and had a deep perfect lap, it would have been a 1 minute 31.5. And I mean, look, I'm not even the best driver out there. You will be able to probably get this vehicle into a 1 minute 30. So the Lexus RCF with the 2JZ is a more sane engine swap. It's an engine swap for a person that wants something that's actually usable, drivable, and not one that's just gonna put a... It's not just gonna have you giggling because the vehicle just completely out of control, you know. It's just something that is a lot more predictable, understandable, and in my opinion, this is actually better for racing. compared to just your top speed machine, which is the Chiron swap. So that's my take on this engine swap. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of it in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.